Welcome to the Big Agent Meeting today. My name is Russ Lagan. I will be your tour guide today. Today's episode is packed with high-value technical tools. We've got event updates, and we've got a proven listing strategy to give you an unbeatable edge. Here's a look at what we've got lined up for today's broadcast. First, we've got a special message from eXp University's Candice Garcia and Alyssa Specht. Then we have COO Wendy Forsythe and CIO Seth Siegler joining us on a tech talk about the essential business Google profile solution. So if you've got a business profile with Google, you're going to want to see this one. Next, we're going to step into the lab with Lab Notes and CLO Brian Ellington and Icon agent Sandee Payne to dissect her killer pricing strategy. Then we're going to wrap things up by checking back in with Alyssa Specht for eXp University Spotlight. To kick things off with a sneak peek at what's coming at eXpcon Salt Lake City, here's Candice Garcia and Alyssa Specht.
Thanks, Russ. Candice Garcia, VP of Learning here at eXp University, and Alyssa and I are so excited to be here to give you a little sneak peek of what eXpU is cooking up for eXpcon Salt Lake City.
That's right, Candice. This year, we are bringing back our dedicated learning paths. This is to make sure that we have training for every agent at every level.
Exactly, Alyssa, starting with our Icon Buyer Path for agents committed to the buyer experience.
Then we have our Icon Listing Path. This is for agents ready to win more listings.
Ooh, our AI Accelerator Path for our agents ready to work smarter, not harder.
And after that, our Lead Mastery Path for anyone focused on creating more consistent production.
We're bringing back our Elevate Coaching Path for agents who are always ready for continuous growth.
And you know we did not forget about agent attraction. We've got the Attraction Academy path for anyone ready to grow their business through agent attraction.
Also bringing back our Team Mastery path for aspiring and established team leaders.
And we have our Elite Solo path for our independent agents out here building high-performance solo businesses.
That's right. And Alyssa, this year, I am so excited to announce that we are taking on a brand new approach to our breakouts. So in addition to the usual panels you know and love, this year we're bringing about new interactive sessions all for you.
Yes, and the first one I want to tell them about, Candice, is going to be our masterclass. Now, what you can expect from a masterclass is you are going to go deep with an expert, learn that framework, get really deep into that content. I'm pumped about our masterclass, Candice.
Ooh, and our debates, Alyssa, where we're going to have two experts go head to head with their competing strategies.
And then after that, our workshop. So you can expect to collaborate. You can expect to solve problems and leave the room with a stronger plan.
My personal favorite, labs. So make sure to show up with your laptop in hand because here you're going to actually build something you can use.
And we've got one more for you. It is live coaching. You're going to watch your real business challenges get solved live in person. You are part of the show. Candice, this is going to be the best eXpcon yet.
Alyssa, I really think it is going to be. So guys, if you want to get in on the fun, make sure to scan the QR code below. Make sure to grab your tickets now, and we will see you in a few short weeks. So come hang out with me, Alyssa, with Russ, and the university team. We'll see you soon. Thanks, Russ. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Candice and Alyssa, for that amazing update. You guys won't believe how hard they've been working on building out the absolute best breakout sessions for eXpcon that you're not going to want to miss this year. If you spot them on site at Salt Lake City, make sure you give them a big thank you and let them know how much you appreciate all the hard work they did to put this together because it's a big ask. Now, speaking of elevating your presence, your digital storefront is often the very first impression your clients get for you. You want to make sure that that's a good thing. Up next, we've got a live in-person tech talk with COO Wendy Forsythe and CIO Seth Siegler. They're going to be talking about the struggles with optimizing Google Business Profile. There's been some glitches and been some hiccups for virtual businesses. They're going to talk about those and how you can avoid the issues and the solution that we have if you've already run into an issue with Google. So with that said, take it away.
Our job is essentially to solve problems and remove roadblocks for our agents so they can go out there and do their business.
That's right.
And one of the problems that you have been working on solving most recently has been around Google My Business.
Yes. Yeah.
And we've run into a roadblock with Google My Business profiles. So tell us what that roadblock has been and let's chat through how we've been working to solve that.
So yeah, this was a baddie. So yeah.
I remember like
Yeah.
messaging you at the beginning of the year saying
Yeah.
like, Seth, I'm out here on the road with
getting bad.
agents
Yeah.
and like, we got a problem.
Seriously,
Yeah.
yeah. So what happened was the Google business profiles
Yes.
of, for a real estate agent,
Yes.
as we know, even from when we were agents,
Yes.
crucial place
Place
for
that
your
agents have spent
reviews.
years getting
Exactly.
reviews.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. Yeah. You've racked up those reviews. You've
Yeah.
worked incredibly hard. And what Google was doing was retroactively going back now and checking the compliance for certain rules that, that were unenforced or easily, mistaken or whatever.
Yes. Or if you made a change to your profile,
if you've made a
that would
change,
trigger
That's right.
a review.
A new review. And what was happening
Sorry, a
was
review of your profile, we should clarify.
right,
If you made
that's
like
right.
a change of a phone number or an
Yeah.
email address or any sort of change to the information on your profile,
right.
Google would review your profile,
Right.
which would then cause what you're about to say to happen. Suspension of your profile.
In some cases,
Deletion
of
your profile.
profiles. So just years
Yes.
of hard work
Yes.
gone.
Yeah.
And
business, right? Like a
business, yeah.
business, because
If you-
people people get so much business from their profiles.
Exactly. I mean, it's like your resume in
Yeah.
a lot of ways, right? And then it's gone. So yeah, understandably, serious problem. To make matters worse, the support agents, in some cases, were
It needs to be the Google support agents.
Google support agents, yes.
So
Yeah.
this happens to me. All of a sudden, my profile is gone. I don't know
Reach
what the
out
heck's
to
going
Google.
on. I reach
Yeah.
out to Google. That's the like spinning spiral wheel of death.
Exactly. So it takes a long time. And some of those Google support agents were inaccurately telling agents that they weren't even eligible to have a
Google
business
profile.
profile,
Yes.
which is wrong,
Yes.
right? So
this all
This is
escalates up to us.
this comes to us.
Let's get this fixed.
right, and we're feeling the urgency,
Yes.
because this is unacceptable.
Yes.
And this is our job, like you said,
Yeah.
to solve this. So this was an interesting moment though, because our relationship has run so deeply with Google in a lot of other places, with providing them data for a new listing product.
Seth, let's just highlight this was happening because Google was saying that virtual businesses
Yeah.
were not eligible to have Google My Business profiles.
Right, that's right.
And it was happening across any virtual business.
Any virtual
not
business.
just EXP or not just the real estate business. And it was happening because bots were sort of gaming the system, and Google had to find a way to stop that.
That's exactly right, is that it is easy to start a business now. So it's easy for an AI agent, not a real estate agent, but just an AI, let's say, to start
That's
a
why I
business.
said bots.
Yeah, bots. Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah.
And so Google is flooded
Yes.
with new business profiles.
Yes.
Right. And not all of them are real.
Yeah.
And so they're overdoing it on the suspension, right?
Yes,
is what they were
so
trying to do.
they swung the pendulum a little too far,
right. Yeah.
and we kind of got caught up in that.
Right, that's it.
Okay, so let's go to the fix. How we got this.
So we end up escalating, leveraging our increasingly deep relationship with Google to one of the leaders of Google search, the product itself. And so this was great. So Leo and I got on a call with him and let him know what was happening.
Yeah.
And he was just as upset as we were, I would say.
Yeah.
And felt the urgency in the same way.
Yes.
And valued our partnership.
Yes.
A company like EXP at the scale we're at, this is one of the benefits.
Yes.
That you can leverage that scale, remind them of the relationship that we've had.
Yes.
And get somebody like the leader of Google
Remind
search.
them would be remind them of how much money we spend.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Collectively.
Exactly. Yeah. And then just let them know how wrong and unjust and much of a problem it is equally for them.
It really is an example of like using the paintbrush to solve the problem with the one broad stroke.
That's
that
exactly
really
it.
wasn't the right approach.
That's right. And there is needless to say, if it doesn't, if it's not abundantly clear, any virtual business can have a Google business profile,
Yes.
especially EXP agents.
Yes.
And there is a way to do it.
Yep.
There's certain guidelines, the way you can set it up, but it's available. And nobody should be told that they can't have a Google business profile.
And so the outcome is we've been able to get profiles back for our agents.
So we now have this direct line to this team. So it's above support. It's in the product, the product of Google search.
So we've gone around support.
Around their entire support department to this direct line. And so we whipped up a quick piece of software that's basically a form for any EXP agent to fill out with their Google business profile ID, case ID. Just real quick 5-minute thing. It goes directly to Google, and then they have a sheet that gets output from the form. And they are fixing the issue. They are reviving every profile. They are helping agents get whatever settings need to be changed. They're helping them get them changed and then get live as soon as possible.
Awesome.
And we're finally seeing these profiles come back to life.
That is amazing.
It is such a relief to see. I can.
I've seen the messages from our agents. Like I've gotten the thank yous, as you have too. And we really just want to get the word out if you have been impacted by this, like reach out to us. We will help you get your profile back. If you know somebody, let them know. We can help them get their profile back. They don't have to just accept this and say,
they don't.
Google, did this. There's nothing we can do. Like we have a fix.
That's right. Yeah. And Google support shouldn't tell any other agents this going forward.
Yes.
But if it does, just know that it is wrong. And any agent, just reach out to us, point you in the direction of the form. It'll be in the hub. As well in the Hub App Store. Just search for Google.
Exactly.
And then but we can fix it. That long story short. So this has been one of those moments where it's good to be scaled.
Yes, it's good to have scale. Because we just all felt so horrible when we learned that this was happening, and we knew we had to find a way to get through all the layers of Google to the right people that could understand this problem and help us get these profiles back for our agents.
It's just such a helpless feeling when they tell you case closed. What are you going to do?
It's years of work. And it's not like you can go back to those clients from 3 years and 5 years ago and say, can you write me another review?
My profile got this
crazy.
That's never going to happen.
Thank you very much, Wendy and Seth, for that game-changing breakdown. If you're hitting any roadblocks with your Google business profile, make sure you're taking advantage of all the support this brokerage has to offer. And remember, you can go into Hub, and there's an app with a link to an application where you can actually fill in your information, and it goes directly to Google to help you guys get solutions. Now, once your local visibility is dialed in, you need the skills to close the deal when the phone rings. Up next is a clip from CLO Brian Ellington's interview with top producing agent Sandee Payne. Brian and eXp University team are constantly interviewing our top producers to get their exact playbooks on how they do business and then turn them into actionable courses for you. Let's check out how Sandee dominates your market with a killer pricing strategy. Brian and Sandee, take it away.
Specific to pricing, are there questions that you ask or statements that you make during that initial conversation to kind of set yourself up for success at the kitchen table?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is why, of course, why are you selling and what's the motivation behind it? Because I like to say that there's 3 positions to sell. And I kind of present these to everyone every time, because sometimes what they say is not actually what they mean when it's on paper. And so I always say we have 3 ways to come to the market. We can list it high, try to get the most value and wait, which is great if that's where you're trying to get the most for your buck. We can react to the market exactly where it's at. So when your house hits, your criteria hits, the price hits, we have potentially a buyer. Or we can cause a little excitement and be kind of that little oddball that is like, whoa, wait, the one everybody's paying attention to, like, wait a minute, I can't believe they put their house on $25,000 less than the rest of us. They're screwing us over, because yours is going to be the number 1 over the number 2s through whatever. We never want to play where we're the second option. I don't like to be second. If you know me, you know I don't like second place. To me should not exist. You're first or you're nothing, right? Like that's the kind of the game I like them to play. Again, it's more of, you know, their situation. I like to go into every listing strategy as if I don't plan on marketing your home for more than 2 weeks before we have the offer that you want.
Yeah.
It's not my plan. I don't think we're in the market right now to say like, we should have multiple offers this weekend. So I don't overpromise like the expectation of what should happen, but I can promise you, I don't want to have to keep marketing your house for 90 days. It costs me time, it costs me money, it loses you money. Like that's not a win-win for anyone. So if you were to sell your house, if you were to take an offer within the first 2 weeks of being on the market, what would you take? Regardless of what we're listed for, what would you take? What would be your let's do that number? And that number very, very often aligns somewhere within what the market's demanding and that kind of event price thought process. Never does that number sit at this let's list it high and price drop as we need. So really getting into them. And I think the presentation of that data in real time with real data, that's what I love. I don't have to make this up. I don't have to tell you a story. I just have to bring you everyone else's story. And then we decide where you want your story, how you want your story to be written. And I think coming at it with that framework, with all of the options for them, and then ultimately they get to make the choice. And we're going to service you on the choice that you make. I mean, and yeah, it wins them every time. I think the hardest thing is I've done this so much. I have to get these answers on this call. What I have to do is get you to agree with me and agree that there's more conversation to be had. Yeah. Okay. So when you say, yeah, I'll share that with you. Awesome. Other little side note is I'm always recording the calls on a Plaud or another device because I want to be able to follow up with very good detail for myself and for them to know that I've listened. So I was just saying, would it be okay if we record this? I don't want to miss anything, right?
Plaud is an AI transcription device, kind of similar to my Limitless here, where it'll listen to this, you can transcribe your notes, give you action steps and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly. So that should just be, everybody should be doing that. And then just find that next question that they're happy to answer. But I always like to ask, would it be okay if I ask, would you mind? Could I ask you to? Because just saying, tell me isn't the same as, would you be open to sharing that with me? They said, yes, of course. There's a yes.
Yeah. Micro commitments. That's what we call it.
It's a micro commitment.
Sales, we're going micro commitments before we ever ask for anything big. When you think about the comps you include and the comps you don't include and the comps that you keep in your back pocket because you better know that neighbor's house sold 2 years ago for this or whatever. Talk me through that. Are we doing 3 of pending, sold, and active, or are we doing 15 of each? Or how do you approach the number and which comps to include?
Yeah, I like to say the data I give them should all fit on one page. Like that's like we don't want to be flipping, right? We want to be able to have a focus on one page. Like any comps, I kind of start as close as possible, and if there's just not ones that are going to work, like I slowly bridge out. I wouldn't say there's a 3 of this, 3 of that, because I mean, that's, how do you do that in a market that's, I have 800 active listings to go up against, but only 1 sale, right? Like I don't think there's a way to pin that. But in caveat of that, what cool data to say we are up against 47 other houses just like yours and only 1 of them sold in the last month. We have work to do if we're going to become number 1.
I like it.
So I don't really have a number because that data is going to tell me how many I need.
Okay. Are you including expireds in your comp pool as well, like what you're showing to the seller?
Mm-hmm, I do. I show them expired more so for the pricing, like what they went in on and kind of the metrics of probably why most houses expire because they're not priced right.
Okay.
Because if the condition if people took condition and things like that into consideration and priced it right, it would sell.
Thank you, Brian and Sandee. Leveraging knowledge like that is what sets our agents apart. Now, if hearing Sandee talk about her pricing strategy inspires you, you're in luck. That interview, along with insights from dozens of other top icons, helped us build out our newest course, which we call Icon Seller Mastery, Price It Right, Get It Sold. To break down everything you need to know about that course, plus the rest of our August cohorts and masterclasses, let's throw it over to Alyssa Speck for your University Spotlight.
If you've ever had a seller look at you and say, let's just try this price, then you already know the hardest part of pricing a listing is not pulling the comps. It is knowing how to lead the conversation. Now, earlier today, you heard Icon agent Sandee Payne talking about her pricing strategy. Well, we didn't interview just Sandee. We interviewed dozens of Icon listing agents to understand how they prepare sellers, how to position a home in the market, how to handle that dreaded pricing adjustment conversation. And we used everything that we learned to build Icon Seller Mastery, Price It Right, Get It Sold. And led by our very own Russ Lagan and Candace Garcia, they're going to be teaching this live on September 2nd. And you are going to walk away with repeatable pricing systems. More than 24 playbooks from our Icon listing agents. We've got AI tools built specifically for this course. You'll get checklists, you'll get action plans, and you will get a 30-day pricing challenge to actually put this all into practice. So if you want to walk into your next listing appointment better prepared to lead that pricing conversation, this one's for you. Register now for Price It Right, Get It Sold. And if what you need right now is more conversations, more appointments, and more consistency, our next FastCap cohort starts on August 19th. This time we have Tara Frigg and Brandon Snyder. They are leading the charge. Now, for 6 weeks, you are not just going to learn what you should be doing, you are going to do it. We're talking daily conversations. We're talking accountability and coaching. We've got an entire system designed to help you build the habits that keep your pipeline moving. So if you are ready to stop waiting for business to happen and start creating it, get registered for FastCap. And 2 more dates to get on your calendar. August 18th, Matt Ferry's joining us for our Elite Solo Agent Mastermind. You do not want to miss that. And then over to August 20th, we've got Brandon Brittingham joining us for Team Mastery. This is 2 opportunities to learn directly from leaders who are building at a high level. Whether you're focused on growing as a solo agent or leading a team, we've got it all for you. Check all of that out on eXp University for all the details, and I'll see you there.
Thank you very much, Alyssa. I've been working on this program for Icon Seller Mastery. And guys, you're going to not believe the stuff that we have in there, the playbooks and the recipes. It's got everything you guys need to do to find something that you love in your way of doing business. I can't wait to see you guys all in the class. Before we wrap things up today, let's get back to executing. I need you guys to do me a favor. If you could, this show is built entirely for you and your feedback guides us in everything we do. So if you could scan the QR code that you see on the screen right now, let us know on a scale of 1 to 10 how we did today. Give us a rating. And then also, if you could, leave a comment, something you liked, you want to see more of, and something if you want to see us do something a little bit different, throw that in there too. So while you're at it, if you could, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, throw a comment in there in YouTube if you want, so we can know you guys are here, and also make sure that you guys get to see everything we put out every single week when it comes to you direct. So with that said, this is Russ Lagan saying thanks for showing up for a Big Agent Meeting this week. I'll see you guys next Wednesday.
Following the Big Agent Meeting, serious agents are coming here. KGCI streams real-world real estate strategy 24 hours a day.
Lead generation, conversion, marketing that actually works.
Take it with you wherever you go. Download the always free Real Estate On Air mobile app for iPhone and Android, available now.